Some of my most memorable moments and stories, I think I'd have to look back, and Sister Madonna Buddha, I mean, she was one of the most amazing and big personalities out there. You might think that a nun, a sister of the Catholic Church, doesn't have a big personality. Well, that's not really who we're talking about here, because she did the Ironman so many times. And one of the last times that she did it, actually, it was a real windy year. She actually got blown from one side of the lane right over to the middle of the lane and back, just in a gust of wind like that. But she was strong enough to continue, but she had the power from above.
Thinking of you people here that really brought me into the finish. It was a different sort of triumphal day, but you were here nonetheless, and God love you for it.
Dick and Rick HOYT, they were absolutely incredible. You know, this was a great story, not only just from New England. They wanted to try something in the tri-world, doing a marathon. Nah, that's not enough. So they come over to Kona, they were followed by NBC, but that was an incredible story, and that has inspired a new generation of teams. You talk about big personalities. I look at the NFL. They have huge personalities, and talk about huge, DARRYL Haley, over 300 pounds. My personality might be huge, but this race is bigger than that. Took him 2 times to get to that finish line. Well done to him. Big personalities continue with Apollo Anton Ono. He's the winningest American speed skater on the short track. And talk about confidence that you have to have. These guys are leaning into those corners. They're almost touching it with their chin. Well, take that confidence into Ironman triathlon. Well, confidence, yes. Big personality, maybe. Ego, well, you got to check that at the door, because he had Paula Newby-Fraser, one of the greatest athletes to ever do Ironman, in his corner. But it still isn't enough when you get to the race and you have to get to that finish line. But he was so respectable, took his personality, took his ego, got to the finish line in just over 9 hours. Well, it's well done to Apollo Anton Ono. And what about Cameron Worth from Australia? This guy is an animal, one of the most incredible athletes to ever come to Ironman. Went to the Olympics in rowing, in lightweights, become a professional cyclist, become a professional Ironman triathlete, and a champion. If you want to talk about a guy that goes out there and says it as it is and backs it up, well, Cameron Worth will always give you that. He's learned how to become a great runner. Going into our future, look for Cameron Worth to continue that personality and never, ever to be short of any words.